I know there are a lot of Xbox fans out there that are extremely excited about what E3 is going to bring in just less than 40 days from now. It's so close, you can almost taste it. But I've also seen a lot of people spreading a rumor about a potential Xbox acquisition that so many of you hit me up and wanted me to make a video about. So that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be talking about the possibility or likelihood of Xbox buying Crytek. Yes, Crytek. What's going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. Hope everybody's having a great day. Now, with all these type of videos where we talk about rumors and speculation and stuff, take everything with a grain of salt. But I always kind of take I always doubt it initially, right? I look at it and I'm like, okay, where's the source? And the source for this one is a Facebook fan page called the Xbox Insiders Community, where they've been teasing over, the past few days that Microsoft is going to announce that they have purchased Crytek and will be one of the big E3 surprises. And even recently, they've gone on to say that there's 3 new studios, one being the aforementioned Crytek, and also IO Interactive and Relic. Now, we've talked in videos past about Relic and IO Interactive. I think one of those might be possible. I wouldn't be surprised that it could be Relic, considering Microsoft wants to make Age of Empires a big thing, but they're currently owned by Sega. I think it remains a possibility. I don't discount that. The same thing with IO Interactive. They make the Hitman games. They're currently independent after Square Enix got rid of them. I think there's a possibility that Microsoft acquires them. So keep that in the back of their mind. I don't really know anything about any of this. I'm just kind of giving my own opinions, but I think it's possible, although maybe a little bit unlikely, that Microsoft buys both those studios. But the big one is Crytek, and that's got Xbox fans salivating because, well, they've made quite a few games in the past. Obviously, you're watching the trailer here for Crysis 2. They're the makers of the Crysis franchise, Crysis 1, Crysis 2, Crysis 3, which all came out on the 360 and I think are a part of Back and Pet on the Xbox One. I really enjoyed the trilogy, and I'm actually sad we haven't seen a Crysis 4 or any others in the franchise since then. But of course, that's not what really gets Xbox fans excited about a potential Xbox buying Crytek. It's for Ryse. Ryse, Son of Rome. The one game that came out this gen that I think most Xbox fans have been clamoring for a sequel. Now, if you take all the games that Microsoft put out this gen, their new IPs, and you put them in a list and maybe made a poll about which one you would want to see a sequel to the most. Obviously, Ryse would be on there, ReCore, Sunset Overdrive, Quantum Break. You put all those on a list, I guarantee you the one that would win the popular vote would be Ryse. For whatever reason, Ryse just struck a chord with many Xbox gamers. Sure, it had its flaws being a launch title and had Kinect commands in it from its time as a Kinect-developed 360 game, but it was a great-looking AAA title, and there was a lot of potential there. Similar to Naughty Dog with Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2. I didn't think Uncharted 1 was very good, but they seriously stepped up their game for Uncharted 2. Sequels can usually improve on a lot of the things that are wrong in the first game, and that's where a lot of Xbox fans look at and be like, man, if only Microsoft allowed, Crytek to make a sequel. They could have gotten rid of the things that didn't work right in Ryse 1 and made an actual gem of a title in Ryse 2. So when these rumors start spreading that Microsoft is going to buy Crytek, it gets fans excited. It gets them looking forward to E3. Some of them think it's probably already a done deal, and then they'll be disappointed if it doesn't happen. Now, would I like to see a Ryse 2? 100%, absolutely. I think Ryse has a lot of untapped potential. I think it could be a great franchise for Microsoft going forward. Maybe not on the level of a Halo or Gears, but definitely a franchise with potential. But you also have to look at the business realities of such an acquisition. Crytek is basically 550 employees, give or take, in 3 studios. Their main headquarters is in Germany. They also have a studio in Kev and Istanbul. They really haven't made a game in quite some time. I know they have the Hunt Showdown on early access on PC and coming to Xbox, but even before then, they did Warface like back in 2013, and then there was the Crysis games as well as Ryse in 2013. They really haven't made much this gen. There's been talk that they have a lot of debt, which prompted them to sell or at least license out the Cry engine to Amazon, which they renamed the Lumberyard for their game studios and people that want to use it. Now, Crytek does offer an interesting possibility here for purchase. Yes, you would get, Ryse, considering Crytek owns that, and maybe you would even get the Crysis IPs, although I doubt Microsoft would want to revisit those titles. But you think about what Microsoft has been doing lately, acquiring middleware, solutions to provide to companies to sign up to GameStack and things like that. The one thing missing within GameStack is an actual engine like Unity or Unreal. But Crytek has that. They have the Cry engine. So maybe Microsoft might be looking at like, yeah, we get the 3 studios, the employees, and maybe we could have them make a game, Ryse 2, or what have you. But the end goal would to be, you know what? As part of GameStack, you now have the Cry engine that developers could use to build games for. That would kind of go into Microsoft's whole like services approach and things of that nature. The question is, would it be worth the purchase? If they have a lot of debt and there are a lot of employees, their studios aren't really close to any support structure that, like, say, Obsidian and inXile have alongside the Initiative, where they're really located together. This is kind of be a step out in that direction for Microsoft going out to getting, a studio in Germany. So I really, really have my doubts about this. I honestly, if I were a betting man and there was a gun to my head, would I say this was true or not? I say this was not true and not happening. But the idea of Microsoft buying them to get CryEngine to sell on the GameStack is interesting. That's the only thing that makes me think there might be something to this. Of course, it just could be a random person posting on Facebook, making it completely up like we've seen with, PlayStation 5 spec rumors and Xbox 2 spec rumors. People do that because they want to see people fall for it. So, in my opinion, I don't really think there's a lot of merit to it. I think there's more possibility of Relic or IO Interactive getting acquired than Crytek. So take it all with a huge grain of salt. I don't want Xbox fans thinking, Crytek's a done deal, baby. We're going to have Ryse 2 next gen. We're going to have Crysis 4 incoming. Just kind of calm down. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, because this is how you end up getting disappointed. Anyways, guys, that's the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Share this out on social media, on Twitter, with a friend. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. And as always, hit that sub button if you're new, and hit that notification bell if you always want to be notified when I drop new content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.